Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Witcher 3. It's not really going to seem like it, but I've actually been on another kind of a 3-week hiatus from this game, just like I went on, I think around episode 43, 44 of the series. This time is because I've just been super busy with work these couple of weeks, and actually my workplace is not even in the same city as my place of residence. I know it's weird, but it's kind of a complicated situation with me, so I haven't been really home that much for the past 3 weeks, and the times I was kind of way too tired to do any kind of recording, or tired and or just distracted, but now I finally have the time to do this again. I think things have settled down a little bit in my workplace, which means we are all good to go to continue The Witcher 3. So now, before we begin, I know you guys love my rambling at the beginning of my videos, so yeah, here's a little bit of it. If you don't love it, skip ahead maybe 5-10 minutes, I don't know. So there's a couple of things that we need to be aware of before we continue playing. So as you can see there, on my little user interface, heads-up display rather, Geralt is overweight. That is because I actually, through some advice and some just commentary about the state of the game, I actually uninstalled my trophy mod. So some of you might not know, but I've been playing with, I explained this on the very first episode of the series, but I've gotten comments where people are saying something like, oh, your trophies have stats on them and mine don't. Why is that? It's because I was using a mod in The Witcher 3 called, what is it called again? Better Trophies? Yeah, I think that's what it was. It's very simple. And it adds some stats to these trophies that weren't there in the W3EE mod, which means that I got additional effects that some other people didn't get for themselves. So people who didn't watch all of episode 1 or just skip the very beginning parts, they were confused about why I had some stats on my trophies, but that is the reason. So if you have no stats on your trophies, don't worry, it's not a bug or anything. It's just an extra mod that I installed. Anyway, so now that we are deep into the series now, I decided to actually just get rid of that mod. Now what I realized is that these trophies, they weigh a lot, because I believe with the mod installed, these trophies only weighed I don't know, 1 or 2. Look at this Griffin trophy. This guy weighs 14. Oh my god. And if we take a look at the other trophies I got, I've actually sold a lot of them already, so I mean, in the past, so I don't have a ton of them. But this King of the Swineherd's crown, it weighs 0 because it's a quest item. I see no reason to sell it if it weighs 0, so it's just going to stay here. And I got a Grave Hag trophy from a Witcher contract I believe we did, I don't know, an episode or 2 back, which weighs 5. This Griffin one, though, is absolutely massive, and I gotta find some place to sell this off as soon as possible because it's weighing me down. But because I did this, I turned off the trophy mod. I feel like this is a point, and I've had people just kind of tell me about this as well. I should play with maybe a less of a punishing weight system. So Geralt's default carry weight is 75, which is nothing, right? A single piece of armor can weigh up to 20 and maybe even 30 sometimes. That's half of my inventory weight, even if you ignore the armor I'm already carrying and my weapons. So this game's weight system is this mod, I should clarify, is extremely punishing, which means we're going to go into mods now. And we're going to kind of change this up a little bit. So let's go into, where was that again? I think it was in maybe exploration. No, definitely not exploration. Inventory. Yeah, there it is. So we're going to change Geralt's base carry weight to, I'm going to say we're going to double it. So we're going to go to, whoa, not that high. We're going to go to 150. And Roach as well, we're going to change that to, let's go 150 more. So let's go to 400. It's kind of hard to slide with the mouse, but using the controller, it's even harder. You know what? 450. We're going to add 200. I find it kind of strange that the mod author decided to make all of the saddlebags the same. Unless the update I installed, which I'm going to get to in a bit, the new update I installed for W3EE changes that. I didn't see it in the logs, I don't think. Yeah, so a basic saddlebag would have the exact same additional carry weight for Roach as, let's say, a Zeracanian saddlebag, which is clearly like much better in quality, right? I mean, it kind of makes sense, because why would a horse be able to carry more things just because there's a better bag attached to it, right? So it makes sense in a realistic sense, but from a gameplay perspective, I don't think it makes much sense. So we're gonna make Roach's carry capacity to 450, Gyro to 150. This should alleviate a lot of our kind of carry weight capacity issues, and hopefully that will make the game a little bit more enjoyable for us in the future. So more things I should bring to everyone's attention. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I didn't mean to turn that off. Is that I installed as I was saying earlier, an update to the mod, which added quite a lot of things from what I saw. Like the update log was kind of massive. But the most important change was the fact that toxicity has been kind of reworked. So the way it used to work is, no matter what your maximum toxicity is, your threshold for toxicity is 50. So if you consume a swallow, the default swallow has 45 toxicity. You won't really get any kind of drawbacks or repercussions from having 45 toxicity. But as soon as you go over the 50 mark, so let's say a standard Thunderbolt potion, which has, I believe, 55, then Geralt was to kind of like slowly start losing health based on how much he goes over that threshold compared to how much maximum toxicity he has. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but like that's the best way I can explain it. So the way it has been updated recently, I believe the update was on August the 10th. It is currently August the 15th for me. Probably going to be like deep into September when I upload this, but sometimes I just I don't have the time to really like render my videos and get the thumbnail, all the kind of YouTube creator crap that you don't need to worry about unless you're a YouTube creator. I feel kind of like generous for calling myself a creator because I don't know, let's not get into that for now. So now the way toxicity has been changed is that if your toxicity, if I understand this correctly, I haven't tested it yet, of course, if your toxicity goes over 25% of its maximum, so let's just take a quick look at what my maximum is right now. There it is, toxicity 130. If it goes over 25% of that, which is, I guess it's around 30, whoa, that's not much at all, 35? Not even. Then, well, I don't know, I'm pretty terrible at math. Whatever that is, 30 something. Then there's a chance that Geralt will kind of contract something called toxicity fever, which will like severely hinder his abilities apparently. But the thing is, most if not all my potions have more than like 30 something toxicity. Like this Tawny Owl 35, Enhanced Thunderbolt 45, Cat 45, Swallow 45. You know what I mean? Like everything is going to bring me over that threshold unless I raise that maximum toxicity somehow. And I am like working on something in the mutation skill tree over here. So let's go over here, and we got this one called Acquired Tolerance, which gives us more maximum toxicity. But as far as I know, that is like the only skill that you can get that can raise maximum toxicity. And based on like what the maximum value is, 50, you're not really getting that much. 25% of 150 is only like 37.5, right? It's nothing. That's still lower than any potion that I have. So we're gonna have to play around with this fever thing and see how punishing it actually is. Other than that, I think we are good to go. There were obviously other changes to the patch. I think we're on W3EE version 4.62. There were like other things, changes to weapons, changes to some potions. We're not gonna really get into those right now because I think the list is kind of long and I don't really have it memorized. So let's continue on with the game now. We did a side quest regarding a certain Witcher friend of ours, Letho of Gullet, the last time we left off. That is one of my favorite quests in the game because I think I mentioned this last time, I don't remember, it's been a couple of weeks. I love the guy, man. I love Letho, he's just so cool. He's, you would think that a guy of his figure, like how massive and muscular he is, he would be some kind of, I don't know, a really good sword fighter, or some guy who wields massive clubs and maces or whatever. But the dude is an assassin, and his weapons of choice. He likes using swords, but his weapons of choice for what he does, 2 daggers, because he's an assassin. The guy is so cool. So we still got a lot of side quests, obviously, but I think for this episode, we're going to do a little bit of main quest action. So let's see. A couple of things we can do. There are actually 2 paths we can take to continue our Novigrad main quests. One of them is to get Junior. We need to talk to Siggy Reuven at the bathhouse, okay. And the other one is, well, look at that, question Reuven about Dandelion's disappearance. Okay, so we're going to have to talk to our buddy Siggy Reuven either way, which means it's time to go. Where's my map?
What's the rush?
Where's my mini-map?
Take her into the swamp.
Okay, I don't know why it's not showing up. Can I? Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, I totally forgot that I had to bring it up with using the Witcher Sense thing. Man, it's been a while. Alright, so here is our fast travel place. We're in Lindenvale. Still plenty of places of interest to do, but honestly, we've gone through, I would say, most of them in Velen now. Now, there's still one more notice board all the way down here, which we can visit a little later. Some over here around Novigrad, but for the most part, we've read most of the notice boards here in Velen as well. So we are through a good portion of this entire zone. So after Velen, there is Skellige, obviously, which I think I'm going to visit pretty soon. I want to take a look at what the next upgrade for the Witcher set, or the Griffin set, is going to cost in terms of crafting materials, so I know what to be saving up. I also want to unlock our Master Armor Smith at some point, which is going to require us going to Skellige. And I see that the game changed a couple of options for me. Oh god, let's see. Oh, okay, so that's one thing that the game changed. I no longer have to hold down the button for Witcher Senses. I just tap the button and it activates. Okay, I guess that makes sense. One more thing the game changed for me, though, that I do not like is the rotating minimap. I don't do rotating minimap. Let's see, where is that? Is it in gameplay? Might not be in gameplay. Key bindings, gameplay video, HUD, minimap, off. There it is. Okay. Yeah.
Well, another freak. You've seen the new waitress.
I prefer north to be always like up instead of wherever direction I'm facing. I know it has that little N icon signifying north, but I like it just to be always on top instead of rotating around the map, so I have to look for it. Okay, so it's no music, which is kind of ominous, but Novigrad is still Novigrad. Looks very pretty. So this is our buddy Siggy's bathhouse. Let's get in here.
Anybody there? Open up.
What's the fuss? The bathhouse is closed.
Need to talk to the owner. I know he's here.
I'm not sure that matters, as he's terribly busy.
Busy? With what?
Busy? With what?
Entertaining important guests.
In that case, tell him there's another one at the door. Geralt of Rivia. And I'm not leaving till I see him.
Very well, I shall try. Please wait.
Siggy Reuven cordially invites you to join him. I'm Happen.
That's a great name. Happen.
The meeting is in the baths. We will pass through the dressing room so you can leave your clothes.
Let's go.
Gotta love a guy with a name that's also a common verb.
You may disrobe here. Your equipment will be safe.
Okay. Guess we're disrobing. There we go. Okay.
Splendid. Nice. Siggy Reuven awaits in the next room.
bathhouse is closed, you say?
I'd give you a discount. For
Look at all these people.
But the madam, well,
ordered them to shove it up the corpse's arse. And then he sent the body back.
Mostly women, I see.
he's full like a horse.
Some dudes.
Clear that you've not seen Reuben.
Alright, let's not linger around here too long.
Easy, Cleaver.
Orson Jr.'s a dead man. I'll have my scribe send you a notice.
You don't have a scribe. And we'll eliminate Junior when, and only when, all of us say aye. Reuben, your guest.
Why the fuck you let him in here?
Because I want to talk to him. This is Geralt of Rivia.
Good to see you again.
As always, I'm out of the swiving loop. Who the fuck are you?
Oh man, dwarves being dwarves. So that dude is Mr. Cleaver. Have we met him yet? I don't think so. But he is one of the 4 kings of the underworld, you might want to say. And we've already been acquainted with the King of Beggars, Francis Bedlam, and Siggy Reuben is the big guy. So, what should I tell Cleaver here? Witcher.
I'm a witcher.
Problems with your plumbing?
Nah, it's under control. Geralt's a friend from the old days. Although...
Got intruders. Someone just snuck inside the bathhouse. Several men.
What the fuck's he on about? Ploughing fortune teller?
Assassins! Please, no! Ah!
Bloody hell. I fucking knew it.
Any weapons tucked away?
Just a few.
Yeah, because we always keep clubs and axes and swords next to where we bathe. Why not?
First ever party with my prick hanging out. Ah!
Okay, guess we're gonna kill some assassins.
What? Lost your nerve?
Okay. Oh god. This place is very awkward to fight in. Especially with no armor or anything. Aw, man. Can't really parry properly with this mace. Alright. Let's just get this over with. Try to, at least. I mean, the NPCs seem pretty competent, so I don't really need to do anything too special here. Oh my god, what happened to my... Oh, shoot. What happened to my auto-targeting? Oh my god. Everything changed. Ah, damn it. Geralt used to kind of have some kind of like auto-lock on. I think that's an option I'm going to have to reapply. For some reason, maybe after I installed the update, it kind of like changed up all of my W3EE options, which I don't really like. But maybe I deleted a file that I wasn't supposed to delete and then replaced it with a default one. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back into the settings and change that. It'll just take a second after this loading screen. Come on now. Okay, here we go. So let's go into, whoops, options, mods, W3EE, where would that be? Add-ons? Jeez. Gameplay, targeting, oh my god. I remember how complicated these menus were. Direction weight, nope, it's not in here. Ah, there it is, automatic targeting. Okay, target selection improved. Camera targeting, I don't know what that is. I don't think I changed anything else, really. Okay, here we go. This should make things a bit more tolerable. Okay, there we go. I like the way like Geralt attacks with some mace sometimes. The animations are different, which is kind of cool. Okay, so the rest of them I think we'll let our buddies here take care of. Oh, there's more. Hi. Maybe I should cast a couple of signs. I am a witcher after all. There's the Yerden. Actually, this might be a cool time to spray some fire. Oh my god. This is why I don't like Igni Stream, by the way. Enemies don't stagger when you're using it, so they can kind of just like attack you freely. It's good on larger enemies though, I suppose.
Good work, gents.
Terribly sorry for that incident. My security failed. I'll get to the bottom of who, why, and how.
They were Whoreson scum. That's the bottom of who and how right there.
Don't start that again. Especially not in front of our guest.
Whoa. Look at that blood patch on Geralt's stomach.
In right before they attacked. Coincidence? Why do I doubt it?
Let's give him a chance to explain.
Alright. Time to introduce me to your friends.
Not gonna introduce me to your friends?
Good thing Happen's not here. He'd tan the hide on my ass for being so rude. Francis Bedlam you know, but then who's not heard of this patron of the fine arts and supporter of entrepreneurs of limited initial means? And the dwarf's Carlo Veres, known also as Cleaver. Carlo's in entertainment, mostly.
Okay, very nice. Carlo Veres. Yeah, so we originally came to find Siggy so that we can find some more information on this dude called Whoreson. That's not his real name. It's just one of his nicknames because of how scummy he is, I suppose.
I'm looking for Whoreson Jr.
Interesting.
What do you want with him?
Junior's gonna help me find someone.
Whoreson's not helped a soul in all his miserable life.
I'll ask him nicely.
See, Cleaver? Perhaps if you'd not called Junior an uncle fucker and asked him nicely, he'd have showed up today.
Gentlemen, you out of your fucking minds? A chat session? Whoreson's out to get us, and he'll succeed, eventually. We've got to kill him first. So by all means, you sit here, soak, fart, and watch the bubbles rise, while I send my boys to Whoreson's hidey holes. They'll make some noise, flush the bugger out. And you, geriatric, or whatever your ploughing name is, want to find Whoreson? Find me first.
Geriatric. That's hilarious. Okay. Okay, so that's Cleaver. Get a better idea of what his personality is. So, let's see. Yeah, we better find this guy before Cleaver does, because who knows what this guy would do to him.
I need to find Whoreson. Now looks like I gotta get to him before Cleaver does.
Cleaver won't find him easy. Junior's good at hiding. He's got peasant smarts.
Look at the time. Good luck in your search, Witcher.
I'll call on you tomorrow, Francis. We'll finish our chat.
So how about we get dressed?
Sure. Then we'll talk. In private.
Ah, the lesser-known peasant smarts.
Right mess that was. Never thought I'd be glad to see the man responsible for my taking frequent baths.
If you're any cleaner for it, gotta say it was worth breaking your ankle.
It healed poorly. Can you believe it? I must soak it in hot water at least 6 times a day now. Failing that, it bloody pounds like the bells of Beauclair at dawn.
Yeah, so just a little bit of a background story on Siggy Reuben here. His real name we will discover very soon, so I'm not going to disclose that. I mean, it doesn't really matter. He's called Dijkstra. He and Geralt has had a little bit of strife in the past. Siggy is, or was, rather, a Redanian spy. And Geralt and him didn't really... I suppose, like, they didn't really see eye to eye. And there was this incident, Geralt broke his ankle, and now he's kind of... I suppose he bought the bathhouse because... Actually, I don't remember when he got the bathhouse. Did it happen in... I don't know. But, so he has to, like, kind of... soothe the pain, shall we say, of his broken ankle by going to bath, and that's why... there's a little bit of I don't know. The two of them, they don't really get along. But at this point of the plot, they kind of have to. So yes, we're gonna say we have our reasons.
I had my reasons. Your leg would be fine if you hadn't gotten in my way.
I see. Well, I promise you that if I could go back in time, I'd do things quite differently on Thanet. For example, I'd have my men kill you instead of just tying you up.
Listen, Reuven. No, Dijkstra. Just not in the mood for your code names, passwords, and other bullshit. I'm here on specific business. If you want to listen, listen. If not, I'd rather you spared me your wit and threw me out now.
What's the harm? Talk.
Think Cleaver will find Whoreson?
He might not. But he'll burn down half the city trying. What waste? Leave him to it, I say. Work alone.
Any ideas?
Junior's got areas of the city where he's strong. Penetrate them, look around. But be discreet. None of this speed and fury and swinging your steel cock about.
Swing the steel something. Actually, more silver, I think. Yeah, actually, I mean, our primary weapon is both steel and silver. What the hell am I talking about? Let's just move on here. Intent on avoiding a war with Whoreson? Why?
Pretty clear you and Bedlam don't want a war with Junior. Why?
Let me tell you what I told King Vizimir time and time again. War doesn't solve any problems. It breeds trouble. Trouble you then have to solve by other means. Make no mistake, someone's behind Whoreson's actions. I'll not end him until I know who.
So, King Vizimir, as he just mentioned, was the previous king of Redania. He was Radovid's father. Radovid the Fifth, I believe. Yeah, I believe the current Radovid is the Fifth, also called the Stern. So I believe what he did was he killed his father and took the throne. Dijkstra here really didn't like that because he was serving as a spy under Vizimir, and that's why Dijkstra just like really, really hates Radovid. He's not the only one, obviously. There's plenty of people who do not like the current King Radovid, and we're gonna get to that conflict like later on in this game. It's gonna be very interesting.
Your partner's aware of your past? They know you're Sigismund Dijkstra, former head of Redanian intelligence?
Cleaver, Bedlam, and Junior. Well, I'd call them my partners if we'd built a mill to grind flour for the folk of nearby hamlets. But we just need to stay out of each other's ways, agree from time to time. That doesn't make us partners. Do they know who I am? Was. Bedlam, sure. The others most likely suspect. But we just don't talk about it. No need to.
Okay, very nice. Let's talk about this Whoreson guy now.
Makes sense to ask around, I guess. Junior might be in hiding, but he's got to be collecting income. Couldn't afford to cut himself off.
Gambling. That's his big earner. Junior controls the largest casino in town. I'll never forget. Hierarch Hemmelfart raised all kinds of hallowed hell there once. Bugger bet and lost his ruby ring. Then there's the arena in the city's bowels. Betting scheme generates near as much as the casino. They're always looking for hired muscle there. Suppose you could always search Whoreson's house. Though I doubt you'll find him there. Maybe some clue, though.
Okay, so that's a lot of things we can visit. So let's start by asking him about the casino.
Where's Junior's casino?
Near the Temple Watch Towers. Whoreson's got naught to do with the casino officially, so careful what you say. Try not to arouse any suspicions.
Okay, and the arena?
Arena sounds promising. Where's that?
Sewers beneath Gildorf, but you'll have to enter through the pits, endure the stench of poverty on the way. Now, Junior loves a good fight. Wager he'd give a lot to see a real Witcher in action.
And his house?
Mentioned Whoreson's got a house. Where is it?
Solid townhouse on Temple Isle, just on the other side of the bridge. Wouldn't wager me knickers on finding him there. Junior's not that stupid.
Then why does he even have a house? Okay, time to get Witcher investigating.
See if I can't find Whoreson at the casino or the arena. Might talk to Cleaver as well, though.
Do what you will. Just be cautious. Whoreson's expecting payback, I've no doubt.
Thanks for your help, Dijkstra.
Just go, Witcher. And if you can't find the slimy bastard, come and see me. I know him well. Might figure something out.
Oh, now we can actually talk to him about some other things. I'm not really sure what he meant by, like, if you can't find him, come find me. So at this point in the game, I should explain that the game kind of takes off in two different directions that you can choose either one. One of them is you go directly to Cleaver, our dwarf friend over there, who was a little less than polite. So he can offer several ways for Geralt to find this Whoreson Jr. guy by force. So that's something we can do. So we have to fight off a lot of his henchmen, and then eventually we will end up at our destination. Or we can take the less violent path and kind of do what Dijkstra here suggested. We visit the arena, the casino, and then his house, and then Geralt's going to put some clues together. We can do that path. I think that's the path that most people will go with, and in fact that's the one I'm going to go with this time. I'm not going to go with kind of the lesser chosen path this time, because like I've done in the past, because I don't think that path is very interesting. I've done it before. All you do is, I'm just going to explain it because I'm not going to go through it, and I feel like people should know what that path entails. So you just go to Cleaver, you visit him, you're like, okay, we'll help you find this guy, and then Cleaver gives you a bunch of his henchmen, just like these little dwarves dressed in red. It's kind of funny. They look a little like the the seven dwarves. So I don't know if there are exactly 7 of them, but it was funny. And you kind of just storm Whoreson's casino, his arena, and his house, and you just kill everyone in sight. And that's basically it. So instead of doing what you're supposed to do inside those places, you just kill everyone. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's talk to Dijkstra here a little bit about Radovid. That's going to be kind of a sore conversation.
You in contact with Radovid?
See, you're as witty as ever. No, I'm not in contact with him. I prefer it remain that way.
Never quite forgave you for conspiring with Philippa Eilhart?
Radovid doesn't forgive. Not anything. Not anyone. And especially not the sorceress of the lodge.
Okay, and that brings us right to Philippa.
Philippa Eilhart. Had any news?
Just good.
Meaning?
After Radovid popped her eyes out, she disappeared without a trace. If I've any luck, she's finally eating dirt.
Thought you two were close.
We were, until Philippa sent assassins after me.
Okay. So, backstory on that. I don't know if people actually like my explaining of these story elements, about lore. Some people have said they enjoy them, so I'm just gonna go on rambling for a bit. So, Philippa Eilhart, founder of the Sorceress of the Lodge. She is clearly a very powerful sorceress, and in The Witcher 2, she was kind of serving as the sorceress advisor to Radovid, and then actually I think that she raised him. She raised Radovid's really young. He doesn't appear very young in the game, but he's young. So Philippa raised him, and she was kind of a primary advisor to him. But then Radovid just apparently he didn't like the fact that she could cast magic and stuff. So that's why all of these kind of people who study magic and even just know anything about magic are kind of being exiled or executed rather in Novigrad and around Redania, because Radovid is just on a huge witch hunt, right? He's not a fan of people who practice magic. He punished Philippa by kind of gruesomely gouging out her eyes. That was just a really brutal scene from The Witcher 2. But at that point, she didn't die, and she escaped. But before then, she actually had this kind of relationship with Dijkstra, and they were a real relationship. They were dating and stuff, and other sorceresses didn't like that apparently. And at some point, I don't really remember or if there is any concrete information about their relationship, but at some point, Philippa kind of just she's like, well, this is over. And she sent some assassins after Dijkstra, as he just said, and Dijkstra just hates her guts now. That's about it. We will see some conclusion to that towards the later portions of this game. So yeah, that's going to be very, very interesting. So let's say this: master spy to master criminal. Interesting progression. He is still kind of a spy. Like, he's just a criminal spy now.
From master spy to master criminal. Interesting progression.
Why? Truth be told, they're awfully similar. Both about maintaining a net of informers, being tough in negotiations, bribing officials, the occasional assassination. Same old shit.
Yeah, except you used to do that in the name of some ideal. And now?
Now I've decided I've slaved enough for ideals. It's time I worked for myself. And thus far, it's been going rather well.
Okay. So this question here leads directly to the other main quest that I was talking about at the beginning of the episode. So we can go ahead and do this.
Listen, Dandelion's missing. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Same thing that happens to anyone who steps on Junior's toes.
Meaning?
He's surrounded by splendid virgins who ply him with sparkling wine and pastries stuffed with nightingales' tongues. Come, Geralt, what do you think's happened to him? I reckon he's at the bottom of the Pontar, trussed up with the strings of his own mandolin.
It's not a mandolin. Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, he might as well be rotting down there with a goddamn trombone.
I absolutely love the fact that Geralt corrects him. He's like, the dude doesn't play a mandolin, it's a lute. As if that matters at all, right? That's why Dijkstra said, I don't care if it's a trombone or a bass guitar. Okay, bass guitar might be not historically accurate, but like, yeah, he just doesn't care. You can tell, he's very irritable.
Seem a bit prickly. Something bothering you?
Sorry. I know I've been unbearable lately. But at my age, the menopause, what with hot flushes and violent mood swings.
Dijkstra, men don't get menopause. You know that, don't you?
Yes, you moron. I also know you don't actually give a shite about my problems. What do you want?
You got me. Need work. Thought you might throw some my way. Monster trouble, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Might be able to help me, in fact. And if you did, why then I might be inclined to ask after Dandelion. Establish what happened to him.
Yeah, I guess that's just part of being a Witcher and the mutations and all that stuff. I mean, Geralt is pretty witty. Like, he's got a good sense of humor. Like, I don't know if it's conscious sense of humor or maybe a subconscious. Maybe it's just part of his past self kind of like coming through the mutations of being a Witcher. But like, he clearly didn't get the joke about Dijkstra and the menopause thing. I thought it was pretty funny.
I'll get paid on top of that, right?
Nothing for free, eh? Did you bargain this hard when Emma wanted to hire you?
Ooh, he knows. Okay. We can play dumb, or we can... Yeah, dude, there's no point in playing dumb, right?
Who told you?
What do you mean, who? Emma did.
Haha.
I could never reveal my sources to you or anyone else. It would be fucking unprofessional. But we've chatted enough. Yeah, I'll pay you. Count on it. So, can I count on you?
Man, I do like Dijkstra as a character. Alright, let's do it.
Maybe I can help. What do you need?
I'd rather show than tell. Picture's worth 1,000 words and all that tripe. Ah, and you do realise, if you say anything about what you see here to anyone, it'll mean a razor between your ribs.
Figured as much.
Been there, done that.
One last request. Oh, let's call it what it is. A command. Don't draw your sword unless I ask you to.
Danian Special Forces. Oh, that's a new book we can read later. Fancy little contraption.
Be so kind as to follow me.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, can I just use the ladder instead of jumping down? There we go. I don't think there's like any ladder in the game, by the way, where if you just jump down without using it, you'll die. Am I wrong about that? There may be one of them in this entire game where jumping down without using the ladder just ends in your death. But you may only have to use that ladder once. I don't really remember. But 99% of the ladders in this game you don't have to use. Like going down. Obviously going up you have to use them. Okay.
Oh, Bart! Not again!
Bart.
Bart, stop that! Now!
Bart, mad. Bart makes Ziggy lose, Jorfin.
Beating your head against the wall won't change that.
Bart, her. Bart, less thinky. Bart, less thinky. Bart, sadness.
I just realized something. I've been like wearing these professor's glasses for this entire episode now. Wow, I was supposed to like take these off for like story parts of the game because I don't think they're very lore friendly. I think they look pretty cool. It's just it's hard to imagine Geralt wearing these in kind of a story perspective. I'll take those off the next time I remember. Let's see about this troll.
Where'd you get the troll?
From Zerrikania. Won him. Card game with a camel merchant.
Your jokes are getting better by the minute.
See me smiling? I'm dead serious.
But I bumpy horses. What's there? Siggy Bart take. Good Siggy.
Okay.
Don't seem to have trouble communicating with the troll. Why'd you bring me down here?
Take note of that hole. We'll come back to it later. And see that door? Vault behind it, until recently filled with Novigrad crowns and countless other valuables.
But God! Then boom! Chorfun go!
Translating into common, someone fucking made off with nearly 20 tons of my gold, and all the lighter stuff. And you will help me get it back.
20 tons of gold. That's not a small amount. Alright. Yeah, he clearly can't take care of this himself, but we'll say it anyway.
Why don't you handle this? Gotta have connections in the underworld. What do you need a witcher for?
The gold wasn't mine alone. See, I run a members-only savings club, a bank for the initiated. For reasons that should be obvious, I prefer it if my temporary liquidity problems remained private. So I need an outsider.
How do you know you can trust me?
I don't. Counting on your survival instinct. Slip up, and I'll kill you. Feed you to Bart.
But sorry. But job that good.
Okay. I don't think we have much of a choice. Let's help him.
Fine. I'll help you.
You're not exactly bursting with enthusiasm.
Witcher mutations. They strip us of emotion. I'd be jumping for joy otherwise. All right.
That's sarcasm, by the way.
But first, some questions.
I'm all ears.
Okay, so about the witnesses.
Anyone see what happened?
Other than Bart? No. And the vault's location is known only to the treasure's co-owners. Well, and the thieves.
What about upstairs? Anything unusual happen in the bathhouse the day of the break-in?
No. Happen swears it was calm as ever. The usual customers, no incidents. Bloody bucolic.
Bucolic. Alright.
How much was it all worth? Got an approximate idea?
Why the fuck do you care? Figuring your finder's fee. Don't get your hopes up.
Know you too well for that. Just prefer to know what I'm looking for.
3 crates of Nilfgaardian florins, a chest of emeralds, rubies and topazes, silver candlesticks and platters. I could go on.
Shiny Chorfun. Oh, God.
Take take it the thieves got in through the hole behind you.
You're a regular fucking master sleuth. Any other brilliant deductions you want confirmed? The year, maybe? Bloody name of Redania's king?
No, but I am wondering, for instance, how that hole got there.
Hole no. Boom. Hole. Bad look won't go. Bad look no. Only sleep. Bad shrooms. Head falls.
Bad shrooms. Okay, yeah, that's it's interesting.
Bad mushrooms? What's that about?
Pop's mold. The spores are highly toxic. One whiff and you're dead. Unless you're a troll, that is.
Yes. Bad. Bad troll.
Not talking to you, dimwit. Where was I? Mold spores. They cover the walls of the sewers other side of the vault. Actually thought it was a good thing, you know? A bit of extra protection. Thieves found a way through it.
Bart, you see them?
Bad through hole. Want see boom. Got what? Breathe. Shroom. Sleep go. Your phone gone. Bad troll.
Now. Stiff up a lip.
Boom. Can you elaborate?
Boom. Big. This like.
I'll elaborate. Explosion. Big enough to blow that fucking hole in the wall, separating the vault from the sewers.
Gotten pretty good at communicating with this troll.
Lots of prior experience. Worked with idiots my whole life.
Ah, yes, that signature Dijkstra quote. Actually, we've gotten quite a lot of those in just this one scene alone. Well, let's ask about tracking down the thieves.
Try to track down the thief yourself?
Of course. Hired this lummox, Fonce, thick enough not to ask questions. We knocked back some Pop's antidote and entered the sewers. Soon after, I returned alone.
What happened?
Lad started belching something horrendous. I mean, burps with so much mass the walls shook. Told him, Fonce, stop. You're in the presence of a count. Well, former count, but still. And then he puked up. Up came most of the antidote. Lost his protection. Tried to pull him out. Then I heard a bubbling. Something crawled out of the water. I value the lives of my men, I do. But I value my own even more. Dropped Fonce and ran like hell.
And this something, did you get a good look at it?
Mind describing this something that crawled out of the water?
No. Doesn't mean I can, though. Air in the sewer's thick with spores. Can hardly see a thing down there.
Must have noticed something. Was it...
No! Didn't notice a fucking thing. Didn't do a taxonomic field analysis either. I know it's an inconvenience to you, but I felt I should get the hell out of there as fast as I could.
I know it feels like he's trying to be defensive, but really he's telling the truth. There's nothing to that question, really.
Should look around the sewers. Got any more of that Pop's antidote?
I've a few vials left. Got the formula too. Disgusting swill, to be honest. But it'll save your life. Here.
Thanks.
You've naught to thank me for, literally. You're no good to me if you suffocate. Listen, I'll be upstairs if you need me. Sight of this empty vault's giving me an ulcer. Good luck to you.
Okay, well that was a long conversation.
Dandelion, what the hell have you gotten yourself into?
Okay, so let's take a look here. Pop's mold and the antidote. So, probably goes into quest items. Yeah? No? Okay, it's probably in potions then. Where is this thing? Did he give me one or not? Oh, no, there it is. Okay, it automatically entered my potion slot. Grants temporary immunity to Pop's mold. Okay, 540 seconds. That's fine. And we can craft it in case we waste our current one, which I don't think we will. Let's see here. Oh, a couple of things I can loot here, and then we'll probably talk to Bart a little bit to see what else he has to say. Trolls in any kind of medieval fantasy game are just like extremely interesting to me. I love talking to them because they're always kind of depicted as this kind of dim-witted, big, strong kind of creature. But yeah, funny.
Hey Bart, got a minute?
Minute. But no minute, God.
That's what I mean.
But rocks, God. Rocks want?
I mean a minute to talk.
You mean? But nice.
Bart is amazing.
One more time. Can we talk?
Siggy you like. Talk me with.
Oh my god. Got a minute? No, but I got rocks. Want some? No, I mean a minute to talk. You're mean, but I'm nice. That's exactly the type of conversation you can expect when you talk to a troll. Alright.
Anything suspicious happened before the robbery?
Suspicious. But no understand.
Something not normal. Something strange. Maybe you saw, felt, heard something?
Yeah. But here. He's.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, these questions are not going to get us anywhere, but we'll ask him anyway.
What kind of hissing was it? Like a snake?
No. His other. Not animal all that.
Right. So, like what?
Like. Rock?
A hissing rock. Mm-hmm.
That's what I meant, but I wasn't going to get anywhere.
The hissing. Where did it come from?
But he's here in Love Tree.
What?
Where but turdy dump.
Okay. Sure.
All right. Let's change the subject.
Yeah.
Good. But time God. Chorfun go. But God, now nothing.
Why do you like Ziggy so much? Ooh, this might be a very inspiring question.
Why do you like Siggy so much?
Siggy good. Siggy can't take part.
He locked you up, alone, underground. Don't get bored down here? Not much to do.
When but not much do. But think. Lots.
What do you think about?
What about, if you don't mind my asking?
Rocks.
Rocks?
Rocks interesting.
Okay, fair enough.
Thanks for your help. So long.
Long. Long.
Yep, just as I thought. That conversation didn't really yield much result. Okay, let's get some light in here. Yeah. It's a nice torch. Let's light this one as well. I don't know why I'm doing this, but, you know. Okay. So first things first, let's take off these glasses. Excuse me. And I think it's time to actually do some investigating. Yeah. I know, like, we need to find Junior and all that, but finding Dandelion is just as important. Which means, let's go ahead and just do this.
Edges curled out. Something inside blew it wide open. Wall too. Bathhouse drain pipes seem to converge here.
Okay. Can take a look at this.
Pipes great. Explosion crumpled it like a piece of paper. And there's mortar on the bars. So it was in place at the time of the explosion. Blast tore it from the wall. No traces of magic. This was no spell. It was a bomb. Now, why am I not finding pieces of it? Could be the current swept them away. Bits of pipe clear over here. Must have been one powerful blast.
I have to get used to the fact.
Without taking that antidote.
Yeah, that's not very nice. Oh man, okay. Yeah, that is a very deadly toxin, even for a Witcher. Wow. Yeah, I was just gonna say I still need to get used to like the Witcher sense being a toggle instead of like holding it down. I suppose that's just something you have to get used to, just like anything else. All right, here we go. Let's drink up that Pop's mold. I can just do it from here, I think.
I thought Witcher's potions were vile.
Okay.
Damn it, can't breathe. Gotta get out while I can.
You got the antidote. You're fine.
Fine grading. Couldn't push much through that. Damn it, can't breathe. Gotta get out while I can.
Relax, Geralt. You're okay. Alright. Ooh. A diagram for Silverbolt. Cool.
Damn it, can't breathe. Gotta get out while I can.
Okay.
Of course.
Fight some drowners.
Come on.
Oh god. Yeah. What? Is that pop mode not working? Why is my toxicity so high? What? Ugh, okay. Weird. It should be working. Alright, well, whatever. I mean, I suppose now that the toxicity has been changed, it no longer damages me on super high toxicity. Instead, I'm just gonna get a fever, apparently, from something.
Definitely came through here.
Well, let's just see what happens. Oh, a ring. Very nice. Alright.
Another trinket.
Another ring? Oh, this is like your metaphorical trail of breadcrumbs, right? Information from SD, Sigismund Dijkstra, I'm guessing. Lesson summary. The little bastard washes his golden goose, plucked almost half her feathers in the last month alone. The sharp lad met with the little bastard in private for a chat on some unknown matter. Afterwards, Sharpie retired to a fluffed coop, where he ripped up 2 cages and killed 3 hens. Chicken Wrangler didn't raise a fuss. A white-haired witcher by the name of Geralt has appeared in town, sniffing around. Careful, the fire-minder-in-chief's got his eye on him. Our old pal Little Boy Blues raised a new tent outside town, trying to train farm pups and street strays, the tricks his old striped hounds used to do. Next week we'll know for sure where he gets his doggy snacks, but it's clear that the strict man's eagles could have used for such tricks. What the heck am I reading? This is like a poem or a limerick of some sort. City broom masters intend to sweep up any and all sparklers, bubblers, and stick wavers. Yeah, I have no idea what any of those things are. The Holy Tutor received a secret shopping list that don't know from whom. We suspect the fireminders and the wart seekers are involved. Fireminders, wart seekers. What the heck is this guy on about? Let's go ahead and consume some food here. Do I still have my food equipped? Yeah, okay. Pepper. Seems very yummy.
The thug Dijkstra hired.
Oh, this guy's dead. Let's see. Glass. Yeah, I don't think this Pop's mode thing is working. My toxicity is at its max, which means I'm not even allowed to consume another potion. Just gotta get through this, I suppose. Got some drowners here.
Getting close.
This guy's half dead. Whoa! Ambush me. Wow, that's a lot of nasties. Nothing that we can't handle, though.
What now, you piece of filth?
Yeah, there we go. Ooh, wow. Did I just get 3 drowner mutagens from 4 drowners? Maybe I should find a place where I can sell these mutagens for a chunk of money, because I definitely don't need so many of them. Speaking of mutagens, I know we have mutagen decoctions. Well, right now it's definitely not a good time to use them, but honestly, I don't even know what a good time to use them would be. for any like exceedingly powerful enemy, I think potions do a better job than decoctions. Sorry, had to pause a little bit there. Yeah, a decoction, they last a lot longer than potions, but they are not necessarily stronger. Especially when you compare it to something like a swallow. Swallow potion is just, it's way too useful. Alright, so that one is locked, and which means our only way to go... What the hell? Oh my god. I'm so stupid. Alright, so okay, so for those of you who don't know, for those of you like watching this episode because it's the first episode in the series or anything like that, something like that, like I used to have fall damage turned off in the game, and because I think fall damage is just way too punishing of a concept in this game, especially when Geralt can only literally fall like 4 feet. Like, okay, that was more like a 7-foot drop, but whatever. Like, you would expect any human being to survive a 7 to 10 foot drop with even no injuries. Like, maybe starting from 15, 20 feet, yeah, you have a sprained ankle or broken leg or something like that, but you definitely won't die. Geralt drops from 5 feet, dies. This is why I have fall damage turned off. So it seems like the recent update, I probably installed it wrong. It wasn't like the problem of the actual patch. I just erased all my past settings, which kind of irks me a little bit because I did spend some time modifying the options to my liking, and the fact that it's all gone now, yeah, it's a little annoying. Let's go back and fix that really quick because fall damage is something I never really want to take. So let's just turn that off. And if there are any more options we need to fix up later, I will get to those. So I think we found something up here. Did we? Or maybe already saved. Oh no, it's over there. I don't think it's anything important. It's like glass or something. Yeah, just glass. Alright, well, now that we don't take fall damage anymore, it's going to be a lot more tolerable.
Bottom of a container. Silver cylinder, most likely. Runes etched in the bottom. It's warped, probably by the explosion. Bomb part. Must be. Smells like wyvern oil and caramel. That'd be it down here. Time to see Dijkstra.
Wyvern oil and caramel. That is Geralt's bloodhound nose at work. Okay, let's take a look over here.
Yet another shiny bauble.
Can I loot it? Yes. Ooh, with another one. Report number 1527. Okay. Agent DQ4. Who is who in the Novigrad underworld? Order reigns in the city's criminal underworld and has for some time. One suspects no unauthorized thievery, banditry, or hucksterism of any sort takes place here. Perhaps this is a testament to the city council's effective reinvigoration of the temple guard. But it is my opinion that the true cause lies in the rise of organized crime groups. Our agent's mission is to identify their leader or leaders and bring about their collapse from the inside. Tasks: investigating gambling dens, inspect houses of repute, and infiltrate shopkeepers' circles and determine if they are paying protection or tribute, interrogate apprehended criminals, and determine in whose employ they remain. Additional remarks. Agent Giselle, or Gizzle? Okay, has observed certain individuals convening for mysterious meetings at the city bathhouse from time to time. The building is closed to the citizenry of Novigrad during said assemblies. Oh, kind of like what we walked into just a minute ago.
Didn't mention anyone else. Must be one of Dandelion's crew. Vomit everywhere. Guess he had the antidote too. Couldn't keep it down any more than the other guy. Need to burn the corpses. Otherwise, Dranners will never stop congregating.
That is a good idea. Goodbye, corpse. Okay, got some empty bottles. Okay. Here's that guy from earlier. Actually, this is our way back. But before we go back, I think, can we explore down here a little bit, or is this locked? Oh, it's not locked. Okay. Here we go.
Gold coin. Trail ends here. Dandelion must have loaded the treasure onto a boat.
Okay. Got another ring, very nice. I mean, these little trinkets, they don't sell for a lot. But they're nice to dismantle into components in case we need them. Yeah, so this is just gonna lead out back into Novigrad. I mean, yeah. We can either go this way, or we can go back the way we came. I think we'll go this way since we're already here. Back to Dijkstra.
To puke or not to puke, that is the...
Hold on. I think one of my, like, options from, like, a while ago was that I always had the mini-map on. Where was that? God damn it. Why do I not remember? There, video. There it is. Okay, so mini-map on. Okay, so this is always on instead of being on only in certain circumstances. Yeah, this feels a lot better to me. And return to Ziggy's bathhouse. Okay. Wonder why it's not giving me that pathfinding thing. Totally fine.
Many thanks to you,
so fucked up once.
Alright, here we go. Look at this building, it's like immaculate. Dijkstra sure knows what to spend his money on. Oh, hey, it happened. No, I didn't want to pick your ham fiber. I wanted to talk to you. Okay, I suppose I don't have a choice. Alright, well, it's fine. Hey.
Got a minute?
I do. What do you want?
You play Gwent? Ah, damn it. I can't play him in Gwent. I think... Wait a minute. I believe if we get far enough in the Gwent questline, we can actually play with him. Anyway, about the investigation.
Done. Examined every nook of the sewers near your vault.
Well, learn anything?
Yeah, this is a lot better without those glasses. Looks a lot more Geralt-like. Not saying that his glasses don't look good or anything, but this way he's just a lot cleaner.
Found a second corpse, one of the thieves. Threw up the antidote just like your man Fonz.
A beautiful death. Anything on the body?
Not much. Empty vial.
Wouldn't have left him behind if he was anybody. Common porter, must be. Knew nothing, means nothing. Dead end. Literally.
Well, Geralt actually lied there. We did find that 1527 note. It's like an investigation about, I guess, in part, about Dijkstra right here. So that's why probably Geralt didn't bring it up.
Bits of treasure dropped out of the crates. Left a clear trail. You know, like the fairy tale, with the crumbs.
I know the one. Hansel, Gretel, burning witches. Very fitting for Novigrad.
Trail leads to the river where the sewer lets out. Breaks off there. My bet, they loaded the treasure onto a boat.
Yeah, a cart drawn by sewer rats does seem unlikely. And since boats don't leave trails, it amounts to fuck all.
Seems to me a bomb blew the wall open. Look.
Bottom of a silver cylinder, probably. Covered in runes. Interesting. Any idea what it contained?
Recognized some ingredients by their scent. Wyvern oil and sugar.
Sugar? Geralt, I'm in no mood for jests.
Well, sugar is pretty explosive under certain conditions.
Nor am I. Just saying what I found. Bomb contained sugar.
Let's think. Sugar would react violently with sulfuric acid, but not so violently to cause an explosion.
Didn't
Man
know you
knows
were
his
versed in
alchemy.
Dabbled in it a bit while at Oxenford Academy. But this is no time to reminisce. You're to find my treasure, not write my biography. Know anything else about this bomb? Anything at all?
Bomb went off inside a drainage pipe embedded in the vault wall. But the grate at the end of the pipe was in place when the blast happened, meaning...
The bomb must have found its way into the pipe from inside the bathhouse.
Exactly. Might have gone something like this. Perpetrator started emptying one of the pools, then dropped the bomb down the drain.
The bomb flowed down with a runoff, came to rest on the grate, and, to quote Bart, big boom.
We gotta investigate which drain they dropped it from.
Drain pipes are only promising lead. We just need to know which pool it's connected to.
Yes. Am keeps a record of guests. Should be able to tell us who used that pool the day of the break-in. You've not done badly.
Feel honored to be acknowledged.
Oh, that famous sarcasm. I missed it.
Really?
About as much as I'd miss a knife in my knickers.
Honestly though, every other line Geralt speaks is sarcastic. Like, come on.
Alright. You inspect the pools on the right, I'll take the ones on the left. Holler if you find anything.
He just kind of like talks in this really dry humor tone where you really just don't know when he's being serious or not, unless you know perfectly like the context of the conversation. Geralt is just a master comedian in that sense. Alright, so okay, I'm not supposed to go that way. Let's go this way.
Nothing interesting here.
No indeed. What about this one? Oh. Hi.
Something floating on the surface. Oil, looks like.
What's this? Nah, worthless.
Okay.
Silver lid. Matches the cylinder bottom I found in the sewer. Dijkstra, come here.
Got something?
Yeah, bomb part.
Happen. Drain pool 4 and bring me the guest book. Chop chop.
You know, with Dijkstra and Happen, either one of them could be the eunuch. You really can't tell. The dude just, yeah, like you can kind of like switch the characters around and you wouldn't even notice, right?
By the way, what about Happen? Could have overheard you mention the vault. Has access to the bathhouse whenever he wants.
Happen has numerous flaws. He's pompous, pretentious, can be a real prick sometimes, ironic as that may sound. But his loyalty's beyond question.
How can you be so sure?
Witches know their monsters, spies know their men.
You trusted Philippa Eilhart once too.
True. But I didn't pull Philippa Eilhart out of a Kaviri prison the night before her execution.
Okay. I like that joke though. He can be a real P-word sometimes, ironic as that sounds. That's a pretty big insult to eunuchs.
Let's see what's on the bottom. Grate's been removed from the drain, meaning they flushed the bomb down here.
Happen. Who used this pool the day of the break-in?
Let me see. Bertolt Heinz, town councilman, Josef Schweik, brewer, and Margrave Henkel.
Henkel? That's impossible.
Margrave Henkel? Who's that?
Who was that, you mean? Old coot's been eating dirt since last winter. Couldn't have been here the day of the break-in.
He's dead? I'd not heard.
Not surprising. The Honourable Margrave croaked in a brothel, decked out in leather lingerie, so the family held a hush-hush funeral. But I have my sources.
Yeah, I saw him that fateful day, Mr. Reuven. I'm certain of it.
Did you speak to him? Get a good look at him?
No. He merely passed by on the way in.
So you didn't see Henkel, you saw an impersonator. Think for once. They scooped out your balls, not your brain. And you, Geralt, start looking into this.
There it is again, more eunuch jokes. Man, this guy, like, he really should choose his insults a little better. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna say be nice to your buddy.
Gotta ask me nicely. I'm not one of your delivery boys.
Pardon my tone. I've grown accustomed to ordering folk around and barking as I do it.
Fine. Where should I start?
Henkel's home. Derelict townhouse south of the main square. You might happen on some trace of this scoundrel we're looking for there. Well, off with you.
Okay, very nice. Actually, can we talk to Dijkstra again? Hey.
Got a minute?
I do. What do you want?
Okay, nothing else to say to him. Fine.
I was on my way.
Got things to do myself. So long.
Okay. Very nice. So our next quest objective, go to Margrave Henkel's house. Yeah, he was apparently in this bathhouse when he was supposed to be dead. The mystery continues. Alright, so I think this is a good ending point for this episode. Before we do that, though, I'm going to go ahead and read a couple of books. Once again, guys, if you're not interested, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. If you are, stick around. We're going to be reading for maybe another 5 minutes or so. So let's go ahead and do this next one. The Little Peasant Who Confounded His Lord. Oh, this is going to be a story. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's a whole, kind of short story. Winter was on its way, and the Lord once again started to think about what to do to oppress his people even more. One morning, at the crack of the cockerel's crow, he rode out into the village in a carriage pulled by 2 black horses, with his trusted page at his side to act as his scribe. The earth was sodden, and a cruel mud covered the road, so the Lord, not wanting to dirty his shiny new boots, stayed in his carriage and sent his page to do his bidding. When they arrived at the village, the page dismounted from the carriage, a paper covered in thick ink clutched in his hands. He nailed the paper to the first hut he saw, and since he did it with a hammer, a peasant boy named Reuben, like the sandwich, soon opened the door up to see what was the matter. The boy was 12 years of age and had a straw-colored shock of cow-licked hair and a freckled face with ruddy cheeks. "Well, what do you want?" grumbled the page, looking at Reuben's shirt, which was covered in the same filth as everything else in the village. "Well, nothing, rightly," Reuben shrugged. "Thing is, sir, this here's me home." "Then get inside it." The boy wasn't scared, and instead stood on his doorstep, looking at the piece of paper. So what's this, sir? A letter?" the boy asked. "Read it and find out for yourself," the scribe said, growing angrier, though Reuben didn't seem to notice. "Afeard I can't, sir. Don't know how." "What the devil is taking you, scribe?" the Lord hollered. He was still sitting in his carriage and hadn't heard the conversation. Clearly he was growing bored. "The whelp says he doesn't know how to read." "Aye, 'cause he don't," Reuben confirmed, and took 2 steps towards the carriage, his bare feet sinking into the muddy grey muck. And the other ones inside, do they?" questioned the Lord. "Where'd you reckon they'd learn a thing like that, my lord?" the peasant asked, perplexed, for he had always thought great lords like that must surely know everything. "So who in your village knows how to read?" asked the Lord, growing ever more irritated. "Not no one, my lord." "A scribe," the Lord said, leaning far out while leaning on his carriage door. "Could you explain to me how I am to enforce my declaration on people who do not know how to read or write?" "I don't know, my lord," the scribe said, taking a step back as if he expected the Lord to jump out of the carriage and assault him. The fault was not his, but the Lord was in the habit of beating his scribe when he grew angry, no matter the cause. Wow. Okay. I mean, this is not a cautionary tale or anything, it's just a story that... I don't even know if it had a moral or anything. Like, the Lord liked to beat a scribe? That's basically it. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Naranson, son of Gunnestad, I'll just say Gunnestad. When he awoke, he saw before him an endless swath of blue. On the horizon, the sky merged with the glassy sea. The storm had passed, so had the longship and all its crew. He never learned how long he had lain unconscious in the lifeboat. The sun had scorched his skin a purplish red and turned his lips to brittle parchment. He was overcome by a great thirst, but there was nothing on the boat with which to quench it. Had he been spared from so much only to die now? No. Naranson was the son of the great Gunnestad, and he would never give up. He had had 20 springs under his belt, and he embarked on his voyage. When was that? Long ago. Very long ago. Back when his friends still lived. When he still had his left hand, not this stiff stump. When his beard was not red and not streaked with silver. So he's a pirate. Okay, the drive for glory which had driven him from his family home had demanded a high price. Naranson had never given that a second thought, but now, alone in a lifeboat in the middle of an endless ocean, he felt tired. He wanted to once again set his eyes on the farm on which he had been raised, to see the eyes of his mother, who had lulled him to sleep with the tales of the deeds of the legendary heroes. Now he had become one of them. Now mothers would tell their sons about him. His greatest dream had become reality. He should have been happy, but he wasn't. Perhaps if he had known then what travails and hardship awaited him. Yet no man can know his future. One thing is for sure, however. Even if Naranson had known what horrors his life had in store for him, he never would have chosen another. He was the son of the great Gunnestad, and he had walked the path of glory, from which one can never stray, no matter the cost. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. This is a really nice little story. I mean, both of these stories we read so far, they are kind of works of fiction, I suppose, written in the Witcher world. I don't know if this Naransen one is a work of fiction, but this little peasant thing who confounded his lord, yeah, that was definitely a work of fiction. Let's do one more. My evening with a vampire. You will no doubt call me a liar, a cheat, and a madman. You will shake your head in pity and snort in disbelief. But I promise you, I swear on all the gods, everything which you shall read in the pages to follow is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I met the vampire of which I write years ago in an inn in Beauclair. He introduced himself as Regis and said he was a barber and a medic. Since he looked in every aspect like a mortal man, I might never have even suspected his true nature, had not for a fire broken out shortly thereafter in the establishment in which we were residing. This Regis, if that truly was his name, stood completely untouched by the flames, whereas my own clothing quickly caught fire. The vampire carried me out of the burning inn, saving my life from certain death, then treated my numerous wounds. I can promise you, Regis is a real person. Oh my goodness, Regis, one of the coolest characters in the Witcher universe. His full name, let me see if I can remember this. This is a long name, and I spent a while trying to memorize this name because it was so cool. It was, oh my god, it's been so long though. Let's see. Emil, I'm not looking this up by the way, like on my phone or cheating anything. This is from pure memory. Emil Regis, like Rohalek, something Godfroy. Ah man, I forgot it, but I'm gonna look this up soon, and I really wanna. Yeah, his name was long, kind of like Ciri's name. Ciri's name is also pretty long. Okay, so let's continue. At first, Regis refused to answer my query as to how he had miraculously survived the furnace-like temperatures inside the burning inn, without so much as a scratch on his body or a hair singed on his head. Eventually, however, he must have sensed I was a man of the world, one who would not jump so to hasty judgments based on appearance or species, and revealed his identity along with a great number of highly interesting facts. According to Regis, not all vampires are alike. The vast family contains both mindless catechans, fletters, and echimaras, who in form resemble overgrown bats far more than humans, as well as Alps and Brukshay, who look remarkably like comely maids. In addition to these, there are the even more powerful higher vampires, to which genus belonged my unexpected acquaintance. Not even a witcher can discern a higher vampire from a mortal man. Contrary to popular belief, they cannot be killed by pounding aspen stakes into their chests, nor by cutting off their heads, nor, as I can vouch for based on personal experience, by fire. They do not fear running water, garlic, or symbols of any creed. It might be some consolation to learn a vampire's bite does not turn a human into one of their number, and they do not in any way need our blood in order to survive. To them, it is merely a delicacy in which they indulge from time to time, like men do with fine wine. Regis asked me to keep his tale to himself, but now, as I lay in my deathbed, I feel that I must share the secret knowledge, even if it means breaking my word to this most noble individual. Man, what an ass. He was supposed to keep it confidential. Man, he couldn't even keep his promise to, this vampire. Even on his deathbed. That's just sad. I kind of wish that, mutation skill point gain, really? Huh. Okay. I kind of wish that book would unlock a little excerpt from Dandelion about Regis. I don't believe it does. Let's take a look anyway. Let's go down the character list here. We got a lot of them. Would it be under Regis? R. I guess not. No Regis here. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, but we will unlock his character profile a little later. That's all fine. Did reading that vampire one unlock a mutagen decoction by any chance? Let's take a look. So let's go to decoctions, and no, we didn't. But reading it did get us a point in our mutation skill tree, which is very interesting. Yeah, mutation skill point gain. Look at that. Well, let's use these final moments to apply a couple of skill points. Actually, you know what? We'll do this last time because I did promise that reading the books would be the last thing I do in this episode, so I'm not going to do anything more. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this time. I'll see you in the next one.